Wait, it doesn't do the sound anymore, or did you turn the volume down all the way?
What sound?
The intro sound thing.
Intro music?
Yeah.
I think it's just not playing through my speakers on my computer.
Oh, okay. I'm like, crap, where'd it go?
I'm sure it was still doing it. It just was. I think my speakers are. Yeah, my speakers were muted.
Oh.
I don't see why it wouldn't, because it's all in one file.
Mm.
Oh. Hello.
Hi guys. Okay, wait. We have to come in for a freeze frame for a second.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Hi guys, I am Lyra Moon with my lovely girlfriend Lynx Vega.
Hello.
Here with you, bringing you guys live free readings.
We should ask them. Was there sound during the countdown?
Yeah, could you hear it?
Was there like music in the background on the countdown?
Yeah, it's like some chill step that plays. So let us know if you heard it. Well, geez, where have we been for the last month? Because you guys haven't seen us for about a month. I mean, we did do like a late night conversation a couple of weeks ago about death, of all things, because I just felt like it was interesting. So
we should check the views on that.
No, it had a decent amount of views. I was surprised. So just because of the content, I was a little unsure of it. But yeah, so we have been relatively busy. We are working to get set up so we can be officially monetized on Facebook and YouTube. So thank you all for your support and watching our videos every day. And a special shout out to Archie if you're watching. Thank you so much for being an amazing social media manager, because we would be so screwed without you. So thank you for tuning in and watching. So how does this work?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say hi to the people who are saying hi to us.
Hi, people!
Hi to our room. Kim Traver says hello.
Hey, Kim.
Scarlo Fire says hi, Lyra.
Hey, guys.
Danielle Smith Coton says hello.
Hey, Danielle.
Maria Anderson says, hey, girls, missed y'all.
Hey, Maria.
Scarlo Fire says, yes, there was sound.
Woo!
Yes.
Okay,
so
cool.
Neat. So it was just my computer not.
Yeah. I like the sound.
You do. Jade Stone says, hey, sassy girls, it sounded great. Christine Jones and Angela Doss say hello. LaKendra says hi. Kimberly
hello.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, and Kate says hi. All right, so hello to everybody. Want to get into how the things work?
Yeah, so how this works is all you have to do is, if you are on Facebook, go ahead and follow and like the page, and also share the video. Let us know you have done those things, and you will be, in the running, the things. For
it hasn't been that long. Did you forget how we run our channel?
I'm like, how the hell do we do this again?
Okay.
God.
Well, how we do this is just follow the instructions on the ticker tape. I can see a couple of you have done that already perfectly. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
So to all the new people, you're just gonna put liked, subscribed, shared, whatever is appropriate for your social media platform.
Whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. We're trying to pull more people over to YouTube. So if you're on YouTube joining us today, you'll be getting a couple more cards than you would if you were on Facebook. This is not because we love you less, Facebook, but Facebook does not want to monetize as much. So we love YouTube. Yeah.
I would say it's not even so much even about the money. It's that support from Facebook is a little more challenging than other platforms too. So, and not bad mouthing any platforms for sure.
But definitely on that note, it has been, well, I just want to bring this up real quick. So Facebook, we had to suspend our reviews because we were getting hit every day with about 5 to 10 fake scam reviews. And the problem with Facebook is they don't have a help center that is helpful. Therefore, all of our reviews, even though we were reporting them, were not being taken down. So we were just getting filled with scammer reviews every day. So on that note, we ended up making a Yelp page where you can go and leave a review. And if you do that, you can get $10 off your next reading. Just let me know, remind me, and I'll make sure to count that towards your next reading. So you can find us on Yelp at Tarot with Lyra Moon, and just feel free to leave a review. There's not a whole lot there because we just made it this week, so it's still in its infancy.
And you know, when it comes to fake reviews, the interesting thing about it is they weren't even bad reviews or anything like that. It was other people leaving reviews for their own personal businesses on our page, and you know, it's just like there's nothing we could do about that at all, you know. And it's for your guys' safety too. We don't want you to get confused and start contacting other businesses claiming to, you know, do the same services and stuff that we provide. So, you know, we just had to do something about it. Facebook has no oversight for, you know, allowing us to, you know, we've reported it multiple times. Hey, these are not even reviews for our business. And, you know, unfortunately, that is what we had to do.
Yes, so we went ahead and posted all of the legitimate reviews, which you can see on I think it's like the first pin post if you're interested in looking for them, because we made sure to screenshot all the ones that were real. And they're there and available for you guys. So with that, do you want to jump into the topic?
Yeah. All right. So today's topic is what's going to make you happy. Today is the full moon.
Is it?
It is.
It is.
It is a
pink moon.
Pink moon specifically. You know, I didn't actually. I was gonna look into why it was a pink moon, but do you remember why it's a pink one?
The pink moon has a lot to do with evoking feelings of love or causing craziness and havoc within relationships.
Yeah.
So if you've been bickering or fussing with your partner, a lot of that energy can be explained due to the full moon.
Oh, the moon!
Yes, I'm blaming it on the moon, Lynxy Poo. Blaming it on the moon.
Darn you, moon!
Causing treachery within my relationships.
Actually, that's double meaning. Darn it, moon!
I don't know about you, woman.
I don't know about you. All right, so today is just, you know, what's going to make you happy? We have 5 questions today. The first one is, what cycle have you fallen into that's led into your own unhappiness? That's a really good question, because sometimes you can fall into patterns and you don't even realize it, that you are the source of your own, like, pain, that you're beating yourself up over all of the time. Sometimes you just get so used to, like, making your way through the muck that you don't realize that the muck is right next to, like, a sidewalk.
Well, that and also, you know, a lot of us get so caught up in our situations that we don't realize that we can easily walk away from them if we knew that was what the problem was. If walking away was the answer, you know, sometimes it helps hearing someone else explain that to you. So that's our first question.
Yeah. Number 2 is, how can you break this cycle? Number 3 is, what is your highest self's deepest wish? Number 4 is, what's holding you back? And number 5 is, what next step should you take to lead you to your happiness? So, as with all full moons are a time where the energy is in your favor to make changes and do new things. So this is a great time for those types of questions, a good time to look within and really start analyzing your own motivations and what makes you happy, and that's why we're going to talk about that today. So what we're going to do is, just like up on the ticker tape, I've seen a handful of you do this already. Thank you for following the guidelines. Go ahead and put like, shared, subscribed, whatever your platform is. And your question, you can do any of the questions from the topic or something else, and we're going to take them just the way that it works is basically Russian roulette. If your comment is the comment that's at the bottom of the comments list, from what I can see with our 20 to 30 second lag when she's done with the previous question, that's going to be who I pull. And let's get started.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right, so
what are we jumping in with?
Next, we're gonna take Kate.
Right.
Kate Acevedo. She says hello, commented, liked, followed, subscribed, and shared. Thank you for doing
Kate.
That. She's on Facebook. Will me and my husband become a family of 3 soon?
Oh, okay. Let's take a look, Kate. For your question, I'm going to do a yes or no spread. Yes or no spreads consist of 3 cards. Depending on how many yeses or no's you get within that is going to be your answer. Let's see. Come here, you. Okay, so I have 2 yeses and 1 no card popping up. So yes, it's going to be your no, and it's going to be your yes. So I would say so, and I would say it's likely going to be a boy, likely an air sign. Very free spirited. This kid is definitely going to be a handful, very energetic, very, very full of life and hopes and dreams. So as long as you keep pushing him to try new things, I think he will find a wide variety of hobbies and interests for sure. So I'm not seeing anything that would suggest any sort of negative issues or problems within your pregnancy. So I think you're good to go. And if you are looking for when this might happen, let me see. Additional questions are going to be $5 to the Cash App, scrolling along the bottom of the ticker tape. Okay, so if you would like to know when, I'm seeing like a roughish estimate of when you might be getting preggers, let me know. It's just 5 to the Cash App. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, so just let me know.
Susie's in the room with us.
Hi, hey, Susie Q.
All right, so next person at the bottom of our list here is going to be, let's see, who was the last person to have followed our guidelines here? Actually, it might have been Susie. Oh, it was. I think so. Wait, nope. Last person was Lakendra. Okay. She said, followed and shared from Facebook. If you're feeling up to doing this one, she says, can I get a message from my father? He passed on January 2nd, 2021.
Lakendra, what is the name? I'll typically do like 1 or 2 of these per like free reading session, so I don't mind doing it. But I will need the full name so to be able to connect. So Lakendra, just stay tuned and let us know.
I'll keep an eye out for you, Lakendra, to see if you're still in the room, and we'll get to you if you respond to us. Kate says, thank you so much for that reading.
You are so welcome, my dear.
And next, Susie says hi back.
Hi, Susie. Hi, Susie.
Maria Anderson says, liked and subscribed on YouTube. And I have a reading on number 1. And number 1 is the cycle. Yeah. What cycle have you been falling into that's leading to your unhappiness?
All right. Hey, Maria. It's been a while, my dear. I hope you are well. Let's see what's going on. Okay, well, I think it's very clear this has to do with definite finances, because the 3 cards that I pulled for you, because you are on YouTube, they are all coins. So you're looking at the 6 of coins reversed, 7 of coins upright, and the 5 of coins reversed. So a lot of this, I think, has to do with this is the cycle that's causing unhappiness, right? There's definitely a sense that you're not getting, I think, what is necessarily owed to you, or you're not seeing generosity come from maybe an ex, or you could be dealing with more of a take rather than give situation with this last partner. There's definitely a strong feeling within you that would like to build up and restore this relationship, but because I think they have probably taken more than they have received, or been offered, or given back to you, I think that's caused a lot of headache, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. And, you know, at some point, we have to realize that, you know, unfortunately, this person just might never actually give you what you're you know, hoping for back. And I totally understand how that is going. I think, you know, the best thing that you can do is stay true to you, stay true to your narrative as far as you being a good person, you being the generous one, you being giving. But as long as you are not being taken advantage of in this situation, you know, I do think it will smooth itself out. But yeah, just be mindful that unfortunately the person that you're messing with is not really going to be playing fair. So that's not a call or action, you know, for you to play dirty, but just know that that's just realistically how it's going to be. And if that's the case, then it's time to, you know, figure out a better strategy, because I think the way that you're going about it is just, it's not working out, unfortunately. So all right, thank you, Maria. I hope that helps.
All right, so we're gonna take Lakendra said, "Can I get a reading on Shane Wint? Is he my soulmate? Followed, shared, and liked from Facebook."
Wait, is that the?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think she just
Okay.
she came up with another one, so we'll take that.
So Shane went.
Shane Wint.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so I think, you know, as if we're just looking at like an overall general of Shane, I think he's really struggling right now, because you're looking at the 9 of Wands. This is all about hardship, trying to overcome the battle. But the thing I really want to point out is he's still standing. Even though things are really, really chaotic and overwhelming, he is still trying to fight through it. But the other cards that I pulled are also representing, you know, just feeling like you're in competition, or you're trying to, you know, one up other people, because it almost feels like, you know, he's trying to prove himself, or show his worthiness or something. And I do think there is obviously a struggle in that. It's not so easy to, you know, just adjust to what other people are trying um, to do in this situation. And I think, you know, because that he feels like he's taking some hits, being battered a little bit and pushed around. As far as like, you know, if are you looking for like an emotional connection or anything? Because I'm not really reading as this as like a love card. I was just kind of reading as like an overall general of what's going on with him. But, you know, right now he's really tired, feeling battle weary. I mean, this is a draining situation whenever he's experiencing. So I do hope things start to improve on his end soon, but it looks like he also needs to kind of let go and not hold on so much to things he can't change. That looks like part of the conflict that he's dealing with is, you know, battling things that he can't really fix. You know, and when you're facing that kind of quest, it becomes daunting, exhausting, and then you really take a hit on your self-esteem, because you're just kind of flailing everywhere. All right, where are we going next?
All right. Next up, we're gonna take Vanessa Rashu. Ada says, "Hi, ladies. It's been so long. It's good to see you, Ada."
Hey, Ada.
Next up on the bottom of our list here, last person who's on the list is Vanessa Rashu. Liked, followed, and shared. Can you tell me if Matt is going to be mine soon?
Wow. Okay, good news for you, Vanessa. I have 3 yeses. So the only thing that I'm kind of seeing as an issue here is, let me first, okay. So you've got the Eight of Coins. This is all about building a foundation, okay? Starting something and building it slowly together. You also are likely very happy with the way things are going, experiencing a lot of joy, and
you have some glare.
Do I?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah, like that.
There we go.
Yeah.
And this is leading to other areas of your life, kind of falling into place, feeling very happy and encouraged by the situation. And this is also going to show another yes, a leap of faith, jumping in, but be mindful that at this point in this relationship, you still are dealing with a little bit of a fear of commitment. But that's okay, and the reason I say that that's okay is because you're still looking at the Eight of Coins. So there's still plenty of time to build a solid foundation so that you guys can have something more stable to land on, rather than this being a serious fear that will persist. I think it will likely fade over time, because you guys have really, really a really great connection together. So keep doing what you're doing, and you're gonna likely see, I don't know, likely see you both come together more rather than scooting or seeing yourself falling further apart. So I think it looks positive on this end. I'm not really seeing anything off the bat to worry about, except, if you start to feel like he's pulling away a little bit more, communicate those fears with him so that you can turn things around before they get, dark and twisty. But I really don't think it's going to head that way.
She said, you forgot the daughter part, but thank you so much. I'm happy. We do one question. So with your combined question there, I always just take the top one because she wanted she had a couple of questions there.
Oh, okay.
So I just said the first one. Mm-hmm. But she said, but thank you so much. I'm happy. Thanks, Lyra.
Yeah, you are welcome, my dear.
Next up, we are going to take, Emily Moore. She says, followed question number 1. So let's see, what habits or what cycle have you been falling into that's leading to your unhappiness?
All right, let's take a look into that for you, Emily. Interesting. All right, so Emily, it looks like what I pulled for you is going to be the King of Wands upright. So it almost feels like, okay, can we get a good angle on this? Here, you want to hold that one up? Sure. Get a good angle on it. Okay, so the reason I'm having her do this is because I want to point out the way he's posturing.
There we go.
Okay, you see how he's kind of leaning in. He's itching to go. He's ready to jump up and take action. So this is, it can be perceived as kind of a negative if you are, jumping in instead of having thoroughly planned out your next move. You might end up jumping into a situation that doesn't work out because, you're moving too quickly and not seeing the signs that are falling into place around you. So, because of that, it may have led to, dealing with guys that aren't really good for you, or feelings of jealousy because those guys weren't good for you, and feeling like you have to constantly watch out for them because you never know what they're going to do. And so the next person that enters your life, make sure you really have a solid foundation of who they are before taking any further action with them, because you don't want to get caught in this situation again. And just have a better foundation for your plans as far as what you're going to do going forward. I think that'll be a lot more helpful rather than repeating the same pattern if that's what you're experiencing. Okay, thank you, Emily.
All right. Isolena Fenty says, why are you skipping me? We don't actually skip anybody. Now is a good time for me to actually go over our guidelines again real quick. It's good to do it every
10 to 20 minutes for new people who are coming on. The way that this works is if you follow the guidelines on the ticker tape below, say that you liked, subscribed, shared, whatever platform you're on, and your question all in one solid block chunk, go ahead and drop it in the comments. And the way that this works is I grab the comment that's on the bottom of our comments list, which is combined both Facebook and YouTube, but whichever one is at the very bottom as soon as she's done with her last question is the question that we take. No one's being skipped. No what is it? No favorites.
No favorites.
No, it is that's how we run. So don't want anybody to get offended or feel like they're getting skipped, but it's a good time to go over our rules.
Oh, and since we haven't brought this up this session and probably in a while, so why on earth is Lynxy Poo reading for me? Well, that's because I am legally blind due to a rare genetic condition called Stargardt's disease. I can't even see the camera. I can't even see this fancy little laptop thingy we have in front of us that you guys are all scribbling and commenting away on. I don't know what the hell's going on. So that's why, I have help. Because if I didn't, we would be having a very boring conversation together. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
I like you. I like you too. Okay, cool.
All right. So, next up, we're going to take Tyler Hedges. He says, "Hey, girls, liked and shared and gave us rainbow hearts."
Yay, rainbow hearts.
I love it. He would like number 5, which is what next step should he take that will lead him to his happiness?
All right. Let's take a look, Tyler. Okay, so as far as what I'm seeing for you, Tyler, my dear, it looks like the Page of Wands upright. This is really taking charge of your own destiny. And what I mean by that is a lot of us tend to skip out on this really, really important part of a healing process, which is after you've experienced, something that has troubled your heart, sitting down with yourself and figuring out where it went wrong, why it happened, and where you go from there. So that means just being okay sitting in, maybe not necessarily a totally quiet room, maybe a room with some nice chill stuff or relaxing music on, and just letting your mind kind of wander, letting your thoughts kind of take over as far as figuring out what the next big play is. So
he said, new relationship, thinking about moving.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I see the Knight of Coins here, which is going to represent movement. Anytime you have like a horse or the Chariot or anything like that, that's going to represent in the tarot movement. This could easily represent you moving going forward. And I think that would be a really great step for you. I think it will lead to possibly a new job or a better paying job. With more experience, and it will also give you this freedom that I think you've been kind of searching for, this way to just express yourself better, be because if you feel like you're kind of cooped up or stuck where you're at, that you moving into this new environment will totally change that. Now, this is not, of course, to persuade you to not do it. I just want to let you know, depending on where you're moving to be very mindful, because right now I have talked to countless clients that are struggling with moving due to COVID and, if you're in California, due to the moratorium that they have going, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah, I think that's what's called.
Yeah. On the eviction process, because right now you can't be. I don't know if that's nationwide or not, but at least in California, if you're trying to move, like I've watched several families be totally devastated because they have signed the papers, they've sent the money over, and then the tenant doesn't leave, and that's because right now we have a moratorium until June 20th. That states that no one can be evicted from California. So a lot of people are losing their life savings and not getting their dream houses. So not to scare you, but I do want you to be mindful, make sure that whatever whoever you're going through, that they're reputable, because you just don't want to deal with any of that. So but other than that, I think it looks very promising, and it's going to be a really fresh start, a really, really good positive one for you in this new relationship and environment. So go forward, and make sure that, like I said, you've got all your ducks in the row, and you should be good.
Mm-hmm. And Tyler's sending us lots of love.
Thank you, Tyler.
Vanessa said, "You girls are so awesome. Spot on readings. You truly have a special gift."
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's see what else. Where are we at here? Was at the bottom here. I just want to. I like to, go in and see what you guys have said, so we can try to respond and say hi to people when they say
She's
hi.
lying. She just likes to creep on all of
I'm just, I like to be creepy. It's part of my job. All right. Brittany Britt says, first time viewer. Hi, Brittany Britt.
Hey, Brittany.
Good to see you. Since you just popped on, just to let you know, these are our rules for free readings. You go ahead and in one comment put like, subscribed, shared, whichever thing that you've done based on what platform,
whether you're on YouTube or Facebook.
Yep. And we take you say that, and you have your question all in one comment, and I take whichever comment is at the very bottom of the comments list between YouTube and Facebook, and that's how we get things going.
Keep in mind, we are lagged about 20 to 30 seconds.
20 to 30 seconds, yeah.
Difference than yours. So, if they don't line up, it is not because we are ignoring you by any means.
And, also, too, depending on what platform you're on, I've got all of them are in one giant list.
Hold on, I think
so that kind of...
I hate this mic.
Actually, you should just leave it like this and have that be its fourth leg.
Huh, yeah.
It needs one anyway.
Right? It's a stupid mic.
All right. Next up, we are going to take Ashley Nicholson Horton. She says, liked, shared, followed, and subscribed, and she would like question number 1.
All right, Ashley, thank you so much.
And she's from Facebook.
What bad cycle are you in that you don't know about? Or I think that's close enough to the question, right? Yeah. Whew. You, my dear, you have a tendency of picking the wrong people in your life to depend on, to rely on, to help support you. These are not worthy adversaries. I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of the people that you are welcoming in, the romantic relationships that you are allowing to have happen, or that you find yourself in, are inherently more negative than they should be. And this has a lot to do with, I think, it goes back to self-esteem, with how you feel about you, and how honest you are with yourself, and your true confidence. So if you want to stop picking these poor choices, then it's time to analyze what's going to make you happy, and what does that look like? Who does that look like? Really, drawing them out in your mind, seeing them as if they were there. What does that person do for you? What do you do for them? What kind of relationship would make you happy? The more you spend time manifesting these intentions, the more likely life is likely to throw those back towards you. And tonight is the perfect night to do that, as it is the pink moon, the April pink moon. So that's all about, bringing forth the intention for a true partner. And not only that, but making sure that you're giving love back to yourself, pouring any ounce of love that you are trying to receive from someone else, taking a pause and putting that back into yourself. And this can be done through, maybe drawing yourself a nice bath with some candles and crystals, and some nice calming music, and maybe a book and a glass of champagne or something. But definitely giving yourself some you time, because I think that's really first and foremost what you need for for the evening. But yeah, going forward, just analyze what's going to make you happy, and from there decide that that's what your goal is, and stop letting in the people that are going to just keep hurting you. The signs are there. You just got to pick up on them. Okay. Thank you, my dear.
All right, next up we are going to take Ashley Root. She says, "Hello, ladies. I hope all is well. I liked, shared. Thank you for doing all the things.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Ashley."
you." She says, "Well, I see my boyfriend Kevin tomorrow. Please and thank you, loves."
All right, let's see. Okay, so all right, I pulled multiple cards just to be doubly sure, but I do see what is that going to be? That's going to be 2 yeses and 1 no. So I think you have a pretty decent chance of seeing him tomorrow. These are going to be... These are going to be the cards I pulled, 2 yeses and a no. So I do think it's likely to happen, but for some reason I see some rockiness from the situation. Like there could be, a misunderstanding or a conversation that gets taken the wrong way or something like that. So if that does happen, make sure to squash it quickly, because it could manifest into or fester into something, more negative, and that's not what you want. All right, thank you, Miss Root.
All right, next up we're gonna take Dragon Billy.
Yes.
I love it. Isn't that great?
I love the name.
Dragon Billy.
Dragon Billy.
He's been here with us since we started our live at the beginning of. We've been on for 38 minutes now, and he's been like about like a few comments back every single time. So Thank you for your patience and your stick to itiveness, because sometimes that's just how you gotta do it to get a reading. So. Yep. I'm gonna take your comment because you followed the instructions on the ticker tape. You liked, subscribed, and or shared, and you put it all in one comment on there. Thank you for doing the things. This question has made me laugh because it's come up a couple of times. The first question, he said, what exactly was it? It was like, I know what will make me happy, because our thing is what will make me happy. He goes, I know what will make me happy, and he said, am I gonna be getting some sexual healing?
I
get that feeling. So he wants to know if there's some sexual healing coming his way soon. He says it does not have to be a relationship, and he said prayer hands and lots of dragons and peace signs.
Love it. So, all right,
let's see what's
Dragon
going
Billy
on.
Sounds like someone we kick it with.
Yeah, he sounds like a fun dude.
All right, Dragon Billy. Well, you're in luck. So I am seeing 2 yeses and a no card pop up, which is really good news. So you are looking at your 2 yeses being...
Man, these cards are really cool in real life because they're shiny, but
they're
on
gold
film,
plated. They're a nightmare on film. Okay, where's the other deck? You want just try messing with it? Isn't it on the table? It's in the red bag.
Okay.
We'll try messing with that.
But for the
moment, okay. So as far as your question is concerned, I mean, you have 2 major arcanas. This card is the Hierophant, and this is the Sun. So you've got 2 major yeses, and this is going to be the 8 of Wands reversed. So that's going to be your no card. But that it does not not matter as much.
The good thing to look at here is look at how psyched this baby is.
Not to mention he's naked.
Look at how psyched this naked baby is.
Naked, happy
there we
baby.
Go. It's a bad angle, but you can see him.
There he is.
He's stoked. He's like, woo!
That's you gallivanting into the sunset with some lady that I imagine has like those beer mugs over her boobs. So like,
like a beer stein.
Yeah, the beer steins. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing for you. If that actually happens where she has beer, please let me know, because that'd be great.
Gosh, that'd be great.
All right.
To clarify there, that was just an imagination of things that she'd like to see,
Yes.
not necessarily like I see woman with beer steins.
Right. But I mean,
But
definitely that would be great. But no, I as far as what is real, I definitely do think there is some intimacy coming your way very soon. Likely not going to be a love connection, but definitely a fling. So I hope your fling gets flung.
Sexual healing.
You're having way too much fun.
I am. It's all Dragon's fault.
Yeah. Thank you, Dragon.
Next, we're going to take Shari picture, liked and shared on Facebook. Question number 5. That one is, let me make sure I got that. What next step? Yeah.
Okay.
What next step should you take, or what next step should you take that will lead you to your happiness?
See, look, watch my hands. See how much harder this deck is? Look how much thicker.
I know. I
can't.
I shuffled them a handful of times and they do feel odd.
I got a new deck.
They're pretty cool though.
I mean,
like
they're really cool. Take a look. They're like this old vintagey looking deck, and I mean they're cool, but also like when you're used to shuffling a deck that is this thickness, and then you're comparative to this. It's like, what the hell? Why is it like twice as thick? I don't get it.
Even though the cards feel thinner, which is weird.
Which is really weird. They feel, they just, I don't know. So I will try this deck. We'll see how it goes. What was the question for Sherry?
So number 5 is like, what next step should she take that will lead her to her happiness?
Let's see. I'm not as fast with this deck. So let's see what's going on. Okay. Grr. This deck is not used to me. Okay. As far as next steps that will make you happy, can you see it very well?
It's a lot better.
Is it
it's
better?
A lot better, yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
still some glare because it's shiny, but it's a lot better. There's way more angles you can hold it without the glare.
Okay, so 9 of coins is going to be the card that comes up for you. As far as next steps are concerned, this is really taking time to enjoy yourself. Whether it's going and getting your nails and hair done one day, just being pampered, really giving back to you. Putting some of your hard-earned money back onto what's going to make you overall happy. And this is also about getting back in touch with nature, reconnecting by gardening, maybe planting something or having something in your windowsill. But I think just that alone, that kind of connection with the outdoors will really help you to feel more grounded and to feel more connected to everything as a whole. And then you're also looking at as far as next steps are concerned, it looks like there might have been some sort of idea that you had. This is going to be, what are you? You're the 4. Okay, so this is not what I thought it was. I thought it was Ace. All right, so anyway, 4 of Swords. Scratch that. This is going to be more about taking a break. I think that there is a point where you have kind of reached or are feeling like you might reach a wall. And if that does happen, make sure that you slow down, you take a break, you put some more time into healing, whether it's needing to walk more or get out of the house more. But I do think some more time is needed to just kind of rest and recuperate, because I see a lot of energy has been used lately. All right, my dear, that's going to be my reading for you.
I thought you were going to be like, and I'm done with this deck now?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I might be. No, it's just I don't love it.
Alrighty then, hang on one second. Just finishing this up here. Let's see. We are going to take, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Isalena, maybe?
Okay.
Liked, shared on Facebook. She's been here with us for about 40 minutes too. She's been throwing in comments. Thank you for your, what is the word that I'm looking for? The people who are they're waiting patiently and just being like, yeah.
People who aren't freaking out in line. Because
Yeah.
I just imagine like okay, if this was not virtual, and if I were just sitting at a table and there was like a group of people in front of me, like I imagine some of those people would get a little fussy. So you're patiently waiting your turn, or I don't fucking know. Yeah, shit. Okay. Anyway, I don't like this deck. I hate it. I'm not doing it. I refuse. This is better.
I like it when you don't like decks.
You get all of my. How many of my decks do you have now at this point?
I think I have
a grip.
3?
Yikes.
I really do like this deck though.
Well, good. You can have it.
You heard it, folks. All right. So Iselena says, me and my ex had a really big fight and we broke up. Is he regretful? Like, so she's got like 3 questions and you can pull whatever, however you want to pull it. She says, is he regretful? Is he sorry for what he's done? Is he just as hurt as I am? Like maybe some guidance into that.
Sure, let's see what's going on. Remind me, I want to count this deck because I feel like it, uncomfortable. Like maybe it's lost a couple cards. I don't know.
I feel like I counted it a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
Have you been flinging them places?
Okay, so as far as what your ex is experiencing, I am seeing, what are you? The 5 of Wands reversed. This is definitely feeling defeated. Not really feeling like a winner at all. Feeling, just as I feel very similarly as you do, feeling like neither side really got what they were wanting out of that argument, which was overall just to be heard and to have to have your feelings and his feelings acknowledged. So if that is, the case, which it looks to be, I think the best thing that you can do at this point is to come together and talk about it, work on those issues so that they don't become issues in the future. And instead of getting to a place where you guys have serious arguments, decide, how you're going to argue in the future, because we all argue, we all fight. And one of the best things you can do with your partners when you're trying to repair something is to discuss how future arguments are going to go. So if you're one that is that tends to be more on the reactionary side, you can say, hey, if I start to become reactionary, I'm going to instead, take a pause, go for a walk, come back and finish this conversation because I believe it's important and I don't want you to think that what you have to say doesn't matter. But I also don't want to blow this out of proportion by getting angry and frustrated over the situation. So that may be one way to handle it going forward, so that you guys, can better communicate during the tough parts, because those are really what build your foundation. I don't know what it is, but oftentimes when you get to a point where you feel like you need to fight, you end up having, if you can work on the problem, you end up having some really great.
She just wrote just now, she said, no repair, it's done.
Okay. Well, I am sorry to see that you feel like there's no going back, but definitely, he feels just as defeated, if anything. There is a sense of just feeling a loss. So, if you're trying to repair the relationship or anything like that, I do reconciliation spells, which help repair an argument, or at least help both sides see a clear line ahead. Or you can do a honey jar to help sweeten the relationship and the communication between you two, or come to me now spell to bring them back to you. Just let me know. And I hope that helps you, my dear, and I hope we did not pronounce your name wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
Probably. We do that.
I think my best guess is Iselena.
Iselena. It's pretty.
But that's my guess.
That's pretty.
It is really pretty. And, probably whatever version of her name, however it's actually pronounced, is probably pretty.
All right.
Next up, and somebody up in the comments earlier, they said with I think an exclamation mark, persistence. That is the word.
Yes.
Persistence. All right. Oh, yes, I got it. Okay, I got it. She says yes. I got it.
Cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Good
I
job,
like your
honey.
name. Thank you. All right. Next up, we're gonna take Scarlo Fire, who said liked and shared on YouTube. Question number 3, please.
All right. Thank you so much, Scarlo.
That is what is their highest self's deepest wish?
Shoot, it's right here. It's right here.
Well, I'm just gonna. This is the fastest thing I could do right now.
Weird. I don't know why it went there.
That's not.
Hold
cute.
on just a second. Sorry. It should have just gone.
Oh, because it it made it a playlist.
Oh,
okay. I did. Just for a
second.
second.
Okay, got it. So obviously we cannot use copyrighted music, so that's not what we're trying to do. Okay, you were wondering what your higher self's deepest wish is. Let's see. Okay, so what I am seeing for you, my dear, is it looks like there is a definite yearning for things to change. For something to give, and it looks like if you're in a codependent or toxic relationship or environment, that is I feel like your intuition is just like screaming at you to end this, to be done with it, because we have the Devil card popping up reversed. This is also a sign that if there's any drinking or drug use, that your subconscious is wanting an out of this. And then there is judgment reversed as well. So there is, I think, a fear of facing, the really critical sides of yourself that you may try to avoid. So if that is the case, the best thing that you can do is, I think, during a meditation, confront that part of you. Whether it's you meditating and visualizing meeting your younger self at a park and finding out from your younger self what will make your younger you happier. That might be a way in so that you can let go and move on forward. But yeah, there are some habits that need to change, and I think that will improve your happiness greatly, pretty significantly. So don't be so afraid to jump in. I know it's scary, but at the same time, it's so rewarding once you actually do that. So I hope that helps you, my dear, and thank you so much for being with us.
All right. Let's see. Who is the last person to follow our instructions on the Tick Your Tape? And that would be Kyle Lee. Shared on Facebook, liked and shared on YouTube. Thanks for doing all the things.
Thank you.
Really appreciate everybody who goes and takes the extra steps to share it other places, because that's awesome.
Yeah,
seriously.
Thank you.
Would like some insight on his love life.
Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so Kyle, as far as your love life is concerned, the first card I pulled was the Two of Wands. That's going to be, I really feel like that's going to be a call to action. Now, are you? I'm not really getting the. Yeah, I don't. think you're currently in a relationship right now, but you're definitely looking to be in one. Okay. Was that the table?
Yeah.
Okay. So the major issue I think you could be experiencing right now is the King of Coins reversed. And this is struggling with feeling grounded, feeling balanced, and also dealing with anger issues that have not been resolved. These usually come from childhood, or a situation from the past, maybe a relationship that went astray. But these issues have not necessarily been resolved yet, and I think until they do, you're likely to deal with in your next relationship random outbursts, or also random feelings of loneliness. This is because these other problems were not really um, 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 dealt with. What's the other word?
Addressed?
Thank you. Addressed. They weren't really addressed. So until you deal with them, they're always going to be there, bogging you down in one way or another. So I would look inward, figure out what those issues are that are making you feel hostile or aggressive towards yourself or others. That will help you better balance yourself in the future, so that you can have a more stable and connected relationship. And I think a fair bit of if you're ever feeling like you're in a place where you need to communicate with someone, I definitely think talk therapy would be very helpful. And there's never any shame in it. I have a therapist. And, it's great to have someone to bounce off ideas from, especially when you're trying to work through a problem that you may not fully understand. And it does help to see things from a different perspective and have things come at you at other angles. It's very helpful.
And often you need an outside third party, because if you're having problems with your family and friends, you can't talk to your family and friends.
Yep.
Have somebody else, like a neutral party. Have. I think now's a good time to just really talk about stigmatism, just real quick. So much stigma behind,
and there shouldn't be,
and all this stuff. It's like, oh, there's something wrong with you, you're going to therapy. No, it's like sometimes you just need somebody completely removed from all of the situations to help you work through stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no shame in that whatsoever.
And why can't it be, you're seeing a therapy, or you're seeing a therapist, there's something good about you, you're doing something right, mm-hmm. Because it's just so beneficial. And I wish people could let go of the idea that you must have issues if you're seeing a therapist.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Yeah, that should be more. Yeah,
some of the most stable people I know are in therapy.
Yeah, that should be the response. It should be, wow, good for you.
Yeah.
Not only do you have the money that you can afford it, is woo, good for you. Yeah. And good for you that you see that there's something that you need help with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's a strength in itself.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if there's something wrong with your leg, you go to the doctor, you put it in a cast, you stretch it, you do things. If there's something not quite going right up in your brain, if your thought processes are not right, or you're approaching problems in ways that are unhealthy, go get help. It's no different than having a busted arm. We can be healed. I just wanted to shout out to Dragon Billy. I think he popped out of the room when we answered his question.
Oh, no!
I'm so bummed. So that was about 15, 20 minutes ago?
Yeah.
So go when we actually end up publishing this afterwards, you'll be able to scroll back through to, let's see, we've been on for about an hour now. I'm guessing it was about 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, it was probably about 20, 25 minutes ago that we did your reading. But yeah, it's there. We did do it. One of the things you're able to find it.
One of the things you'll be able to scroll through was, there were a couple of times during this evening's readings where we were holding cards up to the screen. So it was one of those times. I had yours up there, and it should be pretty easy.
Did we do this with the other deck?
I don't think so.
No, we did Sherry's with the other deck.
Yeah,
it was right before then.
Yeah. So
so it's right before we do a deck change, if that helps.
Yeah. She switched back to the original.
I switched back to the original one because I'm fussy.
So, but we did answer your question. Go back and check it out. We had a fun time answering your question, actually. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Elish Burns says shared and hey girls, hello. Hello. Gonna scroll back up to the last person who followed the instructions on the ticker tape. It's gonna be Angela Doss, shared and liked on Facebook, reading on Love Life.
Okay. All right, let's see what's going on, Angela. Okay, so Angela, what I'm feeling from you is that did she? I mean, she said she was in a relationship, right? This is a relationship reading, not a love reading.
Let me see she said reading on Love Life.
On Love Life. So, okay, so I think you're in a relationship, and you've got the Two of Coins upright. So what this is going to represent as far as moving forward, is even though you are feeling like things are in balance, at the same time there is this kind of sense of not. It's weird. It's hard to put into words, but it's like this feeling that, you know, even though things seem to be okay with another person, if you are in fact with another person, there is still this sense of having to walk on eggshells, or having to perform, or having to be a certain way around them, and that ultimately is going to come and bite you in the butt at some point, you know, because you're going to have to, at some point, not play that role. That role is not going to bring you full happiness. And if for whatever reason you are not in a relationship, okay, so you know, Two of Coins is going to be about finding the balance within you first. So figuring out what about, you know, you is again going to make you happy. Like what about another relationship is going to make you happy? What are you looking for from that other person? What do they bring to the table? And again, analyzing those thoughts and feelings, so that you don't jump into the next relationship without really thinking things through. I think there needs to be a fair bit of analysis, of judgment of that other person, you know, not unfair in any way or anything like that, but definitely just getting a really good sense for them, because I don't think they're necessarily going to be, you know, everything you were hoping for, because we are seeing the Ten of Swords pop up. And, you know, that's usually a betrayal or some sort of inner hurt. So I'm thinking, you know, this next person may seem really good for you, but they are likely going to be hiding their true nature. So just kind of be mindful of that, so that you do not get caught in the crosshairs, or get caught off guard. But you know, so right now I think the best thing you could do is to, you know, pour more love back into you. That's always what I'm going to say for people who are looking for another relationship, because sometimes when you start looking for one, the worst ones find you. But the minute that you stop looking, the one that you've been hoping for just ends up coming out of nowhere, smacking you in the face with a volleyball, or bumping into you in line for a concert. Doesn't matter.
Or, you know, if you're, you know, you're like me, I was just telling Lyra's story today about a time when I forced a relationship, and it caused me to miss a concert.
So sad.
I went and chose to see a French opera clown with my ex-girlfriend over going and seeing one of my favorite bands of all time, Sublime. It's
Tragic.
I want to weep for you.
I weep daily.
You weep daily. And then when you showed me a clip of that,
I had to show her a clip of. I was like, "This is what I went and saw with my ex-girlfriend instead of seeing Sublime."
I mean, I love you because you're a really good person, but there's no way in hell I would have ever gone to a freaking French clown.
I just wanted her to be happy. It was her birthday.
How is that something that anyone wants to do for fun on their birthday? That should have been the biggest red flag ever. There's something fundamentally wrong if that's what you consider fun on your birthday.
I know, I should have known then. I
should have known
then. She wasn't even French. Like if the story was like that she was French, then that would have made it so much better. But
she wasn't even French. What the?
Elish says, "I want to weep too." Oh man.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
We have been on for an hour and 6 minutes.
I have a reading at 6:30. Okay, guys. So we're gonna call that a wrap for today. Thank you guys so much for being with us, and don't forget, if you have not done so already, if you have ever gotten a reading or spell work from us, please feel free to leave a Yelp review, and you will get $10 off your next reading. So don't forget about that. And if you are looking for any sort of love work, money spells, or legal spells, or weight loss spells, or the list just goes on and on, just please check out our services. You can find all that information there, and find us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Am I missing any one of them? No. At Tarot with Lyra Moon. That you can find us on all the platforms at the exact same name, which I'm so happy about because that took forever to do. So thank you guys so much for being with us. It has been so much fun. We will try to do this more often for sure.
Because we do miss you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's
seriously.
just been crazy busy.
Thank you to everybody who, I saw a lot of familiar names on the list today, especially I didn't actually get to say hi. Shout out to Frank. Hi Frank. Thank you for being here with us. And thank you to everybody else again for being here.
All right, guys, take care and have a great rest of your week. Don't forget to do your magic tonight. Put your crystals out and enjoy your love moon. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Or pink moon. Sorry, pink moon.